We're continuing with the meditation and contemplation that we've started in this chapter, and really this is about going into the kavanas within specific mitzvahs, today's chitas. So a person should reflect on how the blessed Ein Sof, which encompasses all world and pervades all worlds, which is identical with the higher will, is clothed in letters of wisdom of the Torah. Meaning that when we're doing a mitzvah, or when we're learning Torah, we are connecting with God's ratzon, God's will. Now, God's will is something that has no hester upon him. It's his will above as it is in this world. This is our access paths to infinity, something completely beyond this world. Through his recitation or study of the Torah, or by his wearing tzitzit and tefillin, a person draws upon himself the blessed light that is over the part of God above, his soul, which abides in his body and animates it. So we're learning here specifically that when a man is putting on tzitzit and tefillin, or when, anyone, a woman or a man is learning Torah, what we're doing is we're drawing God's light, this blessed infinite light, onto one's soul. So you might be thinking, why does the soul need it? So the soul does need to remain connected above because it's on a shlichut. And when we go on a shlichut, we go on a mission, we always need to be connected to the one who sent us, right? Like the Chabad emissaries around the world need to stay connected to the Rebbe, the one who's sending them on this mission. When our soul is coming into this world on this mission to elevate the body, and the animal soul needs to stay connected above. And so Torah and filling God's will, it charges the soul, allows it to remain connected above so it can continue elevating the animal and the body soul. And of course, animal and the body soul are elevated through the mitzvahs and Torah study as well. Specifically through tefillin, a person should have the intention that the attributes of wisdom and understanding, chachma and bina, which are in their divine soul, should be nullified and absorbed into the attributes of wisdom and understanding of the blessed Ein Sof. Basically, a mind merging. Their understanding should merge with God's understanding. Their chachma and bina, their intellect, should merge with the supreme intellect. Into the attributes of wisdom, understanding, the blessed Ein Sof, those being clothed in particular in the passages of Kadesh and V'haya ki yavichia. Okay, so specifically during these passages, a person should have in mind, specifically while wearing their tefillin, that their intellect should merge with God's intellect. And really, this is the ultimate form of bittul, because chachma, our wisdom, our ability to comprehend, that is also our passage. It's the eye of the soul. It's our ability to connect to something beyond us. And so by opening that passage, so open that wow, I really want God's wisdom to fill my wisdom. I'm not attached to my ideas. I'm not attached to my understanding. I'm open. That is incredible time to open that passageways while putting on tefillin, and specifically while saying these two different passages. A person should use the wisdom and understanding that are in his soul for God alone, only in the pursuit of Torah mitzvahs and for understanding godliness. We were given a superpower. Chachma, wisdom, is a superpower. And we want to make sure that we're only using that for the pursuit of Torah and mitzvahs. Now, that doesn't mean we never learn anything secular. Really, the point is not to see it as secular wisdom. Meaning, if we're learning astronomy, it's God's world. We're learning about God's creation. It's not about secular versus holiness. It's really about the lens of bringing those secular subjects into holiness. It's about using our chachma, using our ability to understand, to understand God in this world, to connect to God in this world. But it's really having that clear lens of I want to use my intellectual capacity to connect with God in this world, not just for my own sake. Specifically during Shema and Vahaya, Im Shemoa, which is on the paragraphs of Shema, one should intend the attribute of dat, which is really the integration of intellect in their soul, which includes both chesed and gevura, because those are the next sefirot that are born out of das. So das is like the integration piece of knowledge. And his heart should be nullified, absorbed into the attribute of higher knowledge, das elyon, which comprises kindness and severity. So once again, it's let my das, let's my full capacity for intellect, for integration, for knowledge, let that merge with God's power of das elyon. I'm open to something greater than myself. I'm open to a greater source of knowledge. This accords with the statement of the Shulchan Aruch that while putting on the tefillin, one should intend to make one's heart and brain subservient to God. Right? So that's just the plain halacha. One should make one's heart and brain subservient to God. And we can understand where these kavanas are coming from. Because it's I'm really giving over my mind. I'm really giving over my heart. I'm saying, Hashem, let your love flow through me. Let your intellect flow through me. Let me be a channel. Let me be a vessel for you in this world. Thank you for taking the time to really dive deep and explore today's Tanya together.